Hello, friends, comrades, and mythical creatures, and welcome to the first edition of Antonio's first TV show. If you haven't figured it out by now, you're watching Channel 42. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm Antonio Pluto. On my show, I plan to talk a little bit of school sports, a little bit of betting, and have a little fun every now and then. Now to the important stuff, the news. We start with the vets, with young guys, with the new coach, with a big game that got postponed due to blizzard. I'm talking about the boys basketball team, of course. Now, to talk about what kind of impact that blizzard could have, I'm here with David and Aaron. How are you on this fine day?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right, that sounds good. Now, let's look at the court first. You have a mixture of young players and some veterans. How do you think that's going to correlate with each other?
I think so far it's worked out pretty well. I mean, the young guys really give the older guys some energy, and the older guys definitely pass down their high basketball IQ and everything like that. They definitely have a lot of basketball in their mind, and they pass it down to those younger guys. They'll teach them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I see. I mean, even with Aaron Byrne, he seems to be a really good leader with the guys. He really seems to communicate very well. I mean, they've done an excellent job with that. Now, after their emotional win against Upper Dublin, and a tough loss against PW, and then another tough loss against Wissahickon. I mean, what's the emotional state of this team?
I mean, it's definitely been a roller coaster ride here this year. But 8-3 in the conference is pretty good. Second place, got to be happy with that. But they got to continue. They got to keep playing well and don't let up. I mean, I know some games they want to take the game off. Because like yesterday they played Wissahickon, lost after a big game after a big loss at PW. It was kind of a letdown game. They thought they could just roll over Wissahickon like they did the first time. But I mean, every team in the suburban one's good enough to beat us, and we really got to play to our full ability every time.
And that really, shows on Coach Timms. I mean, he's done an excellent job, with really rebuilding this program. I mean, now we're kind of looking at halfway through the season. I mean, how has he done as a coach?
I think he's done a great job. Started out a little rough. I mean, just like always, there's a learning curve. Him coming in and shutting in, but now, I think it's really worked out well. Yeah,
I think he can really take this team far. And hey, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks.
And we're gonna take a quick break, and I hope you enjoy one of my favorite parts of the show, the Backroom Confessions. Thank you.
I told you I wanted to do a TV show. What was your first thought?
I was a little nervous. You can kind of fly off the handle with your, but your plan was good on the email that you emailed me, and so I feel good about it now. What do you want me to say?
I thought you were going to say you had no confidence at all in me. No, I'm just saying.
Say that.
No,
it was terrible.
I did not expect that answer. Oh. Are you ever in the classroom and you just see a kid and just, I just want to smack him?
No.
Not one kid?
No, I love all my students. I don't want to hit any of them.
Come on.
No, I'm serious.
You've never had a kid. He's just in class. No. Get on your skin.
I'm very patient.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Have you seen some of the kids that come into this classroom?
Yes, the ones in your class, I chose to be here. Yeah, you're included in that. What if I
go from a grand total of 20 viewers to a grand total of maybe 30 viewers?
21 viewers.
Maybe if we're
your mom.
Yeah. She's going to start watching some more. If you could pick one student to come back and take over for you, who would it be?
Kate McGlade.
Why?
Or Rachel Cohen.
Why?
Or
I don't care about who else. Give me why.
It would be a girl. I don't trust any boys here.
We're gonna walk out the room, okay, and I'm gonna give you the mic, and you have to confess to something. Okay, it can be anything. It can be.
What goes on in your head?
You have to just one thing.
I confess that what?
Anything that you've ever thought that you never made.
I love my rain boots.
Whatever. Go. Here you go. We're gonna leave the room.
I'm not leaving. He can't follow me.
What? No, just.
I confess that this was a huge mistake.
This is gonna be one of my favorite segments. It's where we're gonna have somebody come on. They're gonna bet a day's worth of lunch, a week's worth of lunch, or a month's worth of lunch on what the question is. Today's topic is gonna be the girls' basketball team. and we're here with Corryn Wallace. How are you in this fabulous day, Corryn?
I'm good. How are you?
That's terrific. Now, all right, you understand how the game works, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Now let's get started. Will Ashley Jones, star freshman, stay at 20 points per game for the rest of the season?
I think she will. So I'll go a month for someone.
Yeah, I think it would take a couple more slumps. I mean, I don't think she's going to go through any more slumps. I think she's reached that point of progression. Mm-hmm. So I would go with a month, too. I really do. And will Omari win the All-Conference Point Guard Award?
I think she will. I think she's a pretty decent player. Overall, she's really decent. She's well-rounded. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, so where would you go?
I think I'm going to go a week.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, she's honest. She does everything great. She plays a great defense. She passes the ball. She shoots very great offense. Just a really talented player, and she's got a bright future. All right. Now, Cheltenham's bench. I mean, it really kills them. I mean, it just seems like they'll get ahead in the game, and then the bench will start coming, and they'll fall back. Now, starters have to. I mean, will their bench kill them in the long run?
I think so. I think their bench players definitely need to step up and help the starters out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, what do you go with there? Do you think that the bench is going to kill them in the betting?
I think so, yeah. I think I'm going to go a day's worth right there.
Yeah, I mean, I would go. I mean, I don't think their bench is going to have any productive. I go with maybe a week. I mean, you really got to. I'm pushing. I'm a bit of a homer, but I think that bench ultimately is going to be their demise. Now, it's getting close. This is becoming a nail biter. I believe they're 5-4 right now in the American Conference. They were in second about a week or two ago. Are they going to make the playoffs now? I mean, it's slipping away.
I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll go very far. But they will make the playoffs after us. So I'll take a week's worth of lunch. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to homer for this. I'm going to put a day. I mean, I don't think they can make it. I mean, going back to our last question, I think the bench is going to ultimately kill them. I think girls are going to get too tired out at the end of the season, and they're going to get in trouble. Well, thank you for coming on. No problem.
Thank you. Now, let's move along. Now, many of you fell in love with me from the Booth article in the Tiltonian. Others from getting to meet the man inside the words. For most, my TV segment from the Booth. Here you go. Enjoy. Two state championships and numerous Suburban 1 titles, head coach Bob Schaefer decided to step down after 38 years of being the girls' basketball coach, which left a huge hole in girls' history as they lost their most historic coach. So Lair ultimately decided to go with Brendan Nolan, who's now the current girls' head basketball coach. Now, the first year didn't turn out so well. Not a winning record, no playoffs. First season seems like a bust. Although this season, they look to turn it around. Now, Coach Nolan also looks for last year's young players to be this year's impact players.
All of our starting five to be impact players.
Like Trueheart.
They're going to play major minutes, Amari and Monet.
Or Magorda, who is also deadly from mid-range.
Monet and Gabby have more experience, so I certainly rely on them a lot.
Good fortune, their star freshman, Ashley Jones, can have an impact on the team this year too.
While she's played a lot of basketball, this is the highest level she's played at. She has to learn how officials are going to call the game. She can't keep her hands on people. She's got to keep her hands off when she's guarding the ball, stay out of foul trouble, and understand a little better where she's going to get her shots from. And once she gets that, she's going to be unstoppable.
They're going? I don't know. Playoffs? Probably. State finals? Maybe.
Have a little better record than we had last year, and I expect us to improve as the year goes on. And I expect us to make a run in the playoffs. I expect us to get a decent seed, get a home game in the playoffs, and make a run and be a team that has a chance to get to states.
I'm Antonio Pulo, and this has been From the Booth. We are almost out of time, and I know you're sad, but let's get major for a second. This is the point of the show where I give a spin on a pro sports debate. Now, you can be on the fence on whether or not you like me, but the debate of all debates for sports of my generations will settle that uneasy feeling. Debate is Manning or Brady. I'm just going to say it. I'm a Manning guy. I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be the greatest quarterback ever. End of discussion. But people say, oh, well, Brady won. No, his defense got him to the Super Bowls with guys like Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinnis, Richard Seymour, Lawyer Malloy, Mike Vrabel, Ronnie Harrison, Ty Warner, and Randall Gay. These are some of the greatest defensive players of the early 2000s ever. A lot of those guys are Hall of Fame players. So don't give me this attitude, oh, Manning didn't win. Brady had a great defense. Well, that's my 2 cents. I'd like to thank Ms. Ferrola, Bilal, and Marlon for helping in the back. I also want to thank Kate and Diamond for stepping in while we're shooting. I'm Antonio Palulo, and this has been from Channel 42, and drive home safe, folks. Bullseye.
There you go.